Number? Actually,
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
oh, I forgot for like a split fucking second. Oh shit, I hit the button too soon. Lady, okay, actually this is kind of perfect because I just realized it and I'm pretty hype. But today is actually our year anniversary. We've been doing this campaign for a solid year.
Yeah.
Alright, that is...
We managed.
Yeah.
Right, we're in syndication now, bitch.
Where my residuals at?
Now we can talk about it because the SAG AFTRA thing. We didn't want to like interrupt none of that and be like scabs, but you know. Sorry. But yeah, that's. I'm just gonna say I have loved every minute of this campaign. It has been fantastic. I'm gonna start with thanking Sage for being such a gracious and stern DM who will let you have fun, but if you fuck up, you fuck up, and we respect it, and I appreciate it, and I just can't wait to see what comes next. If anybody else has, like, nobody was prepared for this. Nobody knew this was our year thing, so if y'all ain't got nothing to say, that's fine. But I'm just like, I knew it was coming. I forgot, and then yeah, just woo. All right.
Woo!
It has been fun. It's been a really great part of my life in some really rough times. So I really appreciate it.
Good time. Man,
Yes, it has
it's
been.
a great campaign.
Very
I've
glad.
met some good people from all over the fucking world.
Mhm.
And it's a great time every week. Good time. Even if Joe does fall asleep all the time.
Sleepy Joe.
Hey, bro. I'm up at 4 in the morning. It's my whole ass. My whole
Up at
life.
Your last
3:45.
name Biden?
Is it? Oh shit! Oh my god!
Oh my
I was
god.
trying not to. I was like, does nobody? And then a Sage of all people was like,
No, I did.
that was you. Oh, sorry.
That was
I got
me.
Oh man!
Oh no, I did get
Man.
it. No,
Okay.
I did.
Hey. I actually have a functioning brain, unlike that jackass. Let's not
He's
go there.
9,000
Oh my
years
Very
God,
old.
fair. Very fair.
He's 9,000 years old. He's doing better than I'm going to be at that age. I'll say that.
We gotta find his
This is
phylactery.
like the original Bible that was like
Right,
handwritten
exactly.
by Moses himself.
9,000 years old Methuselah. Anyway.
Dude still rocking the Jesus sandals from back then.
Thanks. His doorway
The
says made by Jesus.
Triangles.
Anyway,
We gotta find his phylactery to finally
Yes.
finish him off.
That's the
Yes.
next campaign. It's
Solid.
so funny.
fucking a find Biden's phylactery. This in no way is a pro Trump thing. They both suck, like a lot. Just to say that, because I don't want anybody hearing this thinking stupid
All politicians suck
Yeah,
ass. Let's just
like,
be real. They're out
yeah.
for
This is
themselves.
true.
shit.
Yeah.
There's
The
no
sooner
good
you
side to
realize
this
that,
shit
the better
sandwich.
you are.
But yeah, it's been a year, and we're in this crazy new place we've never been. We still gotta find Auntie Granny Grim. And
Auntie, and you
Auntie-
keep saying it. It's
You
absolutely.
dropped a bunch of stuff. Sorry.
It's okay.
Auntie Grin, and
Yep.
then we gotta fucking disrupt the economy. Like, we have a full
You don't tell
schedule
people
here.
Secrets and shit.
But
Fucking Christ.
no, I'm
I'm
kidding.
fully ready for the random Seto's fault of this. Fine. I've come to accept it. Like nothing's happened.
I did choose
yeah.
the chaos when I chose my magic, so
That you
just
did.
living up
But
to
yeah,
my name. Oh,
I do really. For fuck's sake, dude! Like you've interrupted me like 3 times in a row. I'm about to lose my. It's okay, it's okay. Right, yeah, no, I just want to say before we get going, I do super appreciate all of you guys putting up with me learning how to even DM a game and
Go to fucking therapy.
set this all up and
Completely forgot.
bearing with me when I get very, very confused. So like thank you so much and I love you. I hope you guys enjoy the kind of second half of the campaign. Hopefully, it will be interesting to find out what all the events have been leading up to. And yeah, excited to see what you make of it. Excited to see what choices characters make, and also like how players feel about it being in those scenarios. And yeah, as ever, I fucking love you. So let's roll some dices and get confused by mouse.
Yes, so as always, I am Captain Valen. I play the Divine Soul Sorcerer Rogue, Seto, and I am here to really just instill chaos and have a good time and smolder at goblins. And I am joined by some of the greatest motherfuckers to ever motherfuck.
I am motherfucking number one. My name is Mike. I play Steve, the Furblog Druid.
I'm motherfucking number 2. My name is Zoe. I play the Warforged Barbarian Walden.
I am motherfucking number 3, Joe, aka Joey Crack. I play Jorg, the Goliath Barbarian.
And I am the final motherfucker, Sage JJJG, who DMs this game at Hills Have Bones. Last time on Hills Have Bones, the party finally made it to Hanka. Lucred got you past the city guards who were set up and poised to give you some stern questions. But after managing to convince them that you were just travelers, you snuck by into the Goblin District. Once in the Goblin District, Lucred and his goblin friends, Crick, Crack, and Yen, the barkeep of the Goblin District, talk to you a little bit about some of the current cultural kind of norms of the region and some of the problems they face and their current plans, if you will, for not really like a heist, but like a kind of situation with breaking and entering. We resume the game now in the city plaza of Hanka, from which you departed. No, wait, we went back to. I think we actually went back to the Goblin encampment slightly. So you investigated the Warford Forge as Walden found out that their people were being kind of used almost as husks of consciousness and not truly conscious beings. And desperate for answers, Walden broke out of the Goblin encampment area and went to investigate. The party calmed him down, and with some kind words, Walden decided that it would be better to investigate. Steve sent an owl, I believe, or was an owl.
Steve was an owl.
Steve was an owl. Yeah. And found out a little bit of what he could about the forgery. Unfortunately for Steve, he was spotted, but he was an owl, so here's hoping. And as you kind of come back into the game, it's starting to be kind of like mid-afternoon. It's like 3:30. The plaza is still relatively busy when you left it, and the Goblin sector is also pretty calm. But it's not actually busy compared to the main plaza. The main plaza is pretty busy. So yeah.
I remember right at the end of the last session, Walden just wanted to like see if there was a way to kind of leave the city without running into the guard. Yes. So that Walden could go out into the desert and destroy something really quick.
Yes. Okay, give me 1 second. I believe there was a proposal towards one of the other characters.
And then I don't remember if I
Oh,
asked or
that's
not.
right.
Yeah.
I do not remember if I asked or not, but obviously there's a history with people of my race in this city.
Mhm.
And I think I was considering potentially leaving with Walden so there was no problem started.
Oh, I thought.
I don't remember. I don't remember, though. Can someone remind me if I said anything? If not, then I'm sticking with the group.
I'll say what I remember.
Go
And
for it.
you offered essentially to just fucking throw hands with Wally until he felt better. Like,
Right. Yes.
right? Like, that's what I remember. Like, let's talk this out like me and you know how to talk this out. Because you're both, barbarians and stuff.
We're both
and-
barbarians. Okay.
Is that like? Do we want to like spar? Real quick.
I mean, we could have a semi-friendly spar here and not fuck each other up, but just let some frustration out.
Right.
Mm.
I feel like in that scenario, it might be best to do that out in the desert.
Oh,
Because I don't want to like accidentally like fuck up like a house here.
Yeah, or draw attention to us.
Right.
But then who's gonna bet on? You know what? Fine. It's like you saw his mind already working. It's springtime in Shadowland, and it's. So yeah. Well, fine, I guess. Crick and Crack, my little cuties, how do we get out of here without fucking with these obviously racist guards?
Oh, well, to be fair, there's quite a few ways out of Hanka, really. I mean, the main ways out of the valley are guarded, but if you made your way up the cliff faces, I suppose no one could really stop you.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, it's not a problem for me to do such things. And it kind of flexes his very, wee, tiny muscles. Yeah, you guys go on ahead. I actually have some questions here. So you guys have your moment.
All right. Yeah. We'll climb up and head out.
good.
Just for clarification, Hanka has an environment similar to this. So it's like layers of buildings built into like a cliff sand dune, and then like a ravine through. So like the guard, you see like the building at the tip of like the crack. That would be like the guard station. So there are guard stations at the top of these valleys. But if you were to climb up through the more like housing districts that are built into the cliff faces, people wouldn't avidly stop you because like you wouldn't be using a road, right? So like the guards are more there to worry about like caravans and large groups of people coming in. If people know where they're going and can scale a cliff face down, then they're not worried about that.
Okay.
So Hanka's not difficult to get in and out of. It's more difficult to have like caravans and merchant stuff come in and out of it, which is why the merchants are higher up the valley.
That's fair.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so I'm presuming you kind of want to get out kind of quickly and not really be seen so much. Is that the vibe?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So what I'd say is if you could roll stealth, but I wouldn't be counting it as a true I'm trying desperately not to be seen for half movement. It would just be you're trying your best to evade attention. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So it
Yeah, I
wouldn't
getcha.
be as high of a roll needed, but it also wouldn't be as covering if someone's like outwardly looking for you.
Oh yeah, don't forget you have my wrappings.
That's true. Yeah, I think I will put those on now that I've kind of like not been like, not actively on the warpath.
Um,
But
okay.
either way,
Give me 1 second. It's just you two going out, right?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna kind of follow as an owl, but I'm just kind of like watching them, and then once they get out of like sight, I'll like fly, and I'll keep doing that.
All right, I won't be a dick. I'll follow. I was like, so you're gonna leave Seto alone, huh? All right. And then I was like, no, he wants to see this too. So he's gonna try and
Okay.
sneak, like, so that not only do people not see him, but definitely so they don't see him either.
That's cool. I'm not really gonna change the map because we're kind of low key, just like going
Yeah.
into the desert. We're not really, you know what I mean. But I will just make a little rectangle. Because I can make a rectangle. But yeah, so you do make it out. From anyone that is following them, if you're attempting not to be seen, like, can I have a stealth roll? And if you don't really mind, no worries, but like just that information. And then I will see how it goes.
I got a 30 on my
shit.
stealth.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
And I got a. Well, I got a 5 because I'm an owl.
Because I'm an owl.
Still shit, but better than yours.
But better than- No, York has a
So-
4. You have a 3.
Yeah, but I got a +3 because I'm an owl.
Oh, all right. I see where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna lay you out a little bit and then explain what's happening. So yeah, you guys head up the cliff face. As Jorg and Walden head out, Steve and Seto, you notice that Jorg seems to be really power walking this. It's kind of like he's going for this. If I look like I'm confident enough, maybe people will assume that means I know where I'm going. Walden seems to be trying to like kind of head them there, put their head down, like make sure they're not kind of outwardly sticking out as much as maybe they could be. Because both of you guys are pretty tall. Steve, as an owl, people occasionally look up at you and they're like, why is an owl out here right now? But no one seems to be putting 2 and 2 together that that's a druid, but they are all noticing there is an owl out in the day. Jorg, you don't really notice Steve as much, but Walden, you do. Because Jorg, you're just like so focused on getting out, and like you've also got all these thoughts of like what you've just heard about your family, right? So like your family may have died because of things to do with the place Walden's from, and you know Walden so well, and like Walden's so full of like care and compassion for you, that the idea of them having anything to do with the loss of your family and home feels like insane. So like you've got a lot of mixed up feelings of your own. Maybe that's why you're finding it a bit harder to stay unnoticed. Seto, nobody knows you're even here. Literally no one knows you're here. Like none of the passers-by and none of the people currently walking. Even Steve, who's an owl, can't see you from above.
Yeah, bitches.
And you make it out to the desert. As you do so, it takes you probably about half an hour to climb to the top of this cliff, and you do kind of head out, avoiding any real buildings. And yeah, Jorg gets there first, and he kind of just thumps his backpack into the ground and turns to face you, Walden.
Are we all here?
Yeah.
I beacon to like my feather throw gold in front of a Valen. Or Seto.
You don't know where I am.
Oh,
fool?
you do not know that Seto's here.
I
Like,
do not know what Seto's
Yeah.
here. So
Not with a
I
30.
eat a mouse.
I eat him out.
the Meter Mouse.
Hey.
Yeah.
We need to have like a bell on Seto that only we can hear.
Like a dog whistle, but reverse.
If
Oh my
possible, I'm
God.
perched on top of the cat.
The fucked up thing is that's gonna Pavlovi and make you guys shit yourselves. Like, oh god damn it, where's the oh god.
What are you in?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Just like fucking kids or dogs or some shit. Get out of the copper!
Down, put it down.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so now that we're like full out in the desert, I think there's like a solid like there's like a couple of like seconds as like Walden kind of like centering themselves. They're still very like emotionally like very fragmented before they finally take out their axe and like start to like move just like a couple paces away, kind of like to kind of start the whole deal. Walden doesn't say anything, but it's just like battle stance, ready to go whenever you are.
Walden, hit me.
Affirmative. And Walden will sprint forward and do a full attack on Jorg.
Okay, roll to hit.
24.
Oh damn, he hit me with the great axe, not even his hand.
Oh, this is this is
I said that I pulled my great axe out.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna like
Drop it on the ground or some shit.
Alright, well no, that just means that he's in range for your thing, because you get an attack of opportunity when he comes at you.
That's true. Actually, that would happen because I stepped back a little bit so that I rush forward first, so you actually get the attack on me first.
That's right.
Roll
Baby.
to hit.
no. I'm gonna let his attack go through first, just because I'm conflicted. I don't want to fight him because we have history already, but I'm conflicted at the moment, so I need a motivation.
I will say, because this is a spar, I'm strictly only hitting with the flat side of the axe. I'm going non.
Oh, I'd assume this was non-lethal. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, don't worry.
But I want to
That DM
make
that's
that
like-
absolutely clear.
Like, no, I was never gonna do that. Like,
Fucking
you would have
hilarious.
had to announce lethal, like, not,
And now make a new
okay.
character.
11 damage.
That's 11. You're not raging, are you?
No, not currently.
No. So yeah, just 11. To Jorg.
11 damage. Okay, cool. Let me add the damage. Wait, we did not rest, have we?
I don't think we
No.
have yet. No.
We headed straight to Hanka because of the night hags and what happened.
Okay.
I thought we like crashed out at the bar place.
There was a
we
short
did,
rest. There wasn't a long rest.
Oh, alright.
I think
Well, you would
did
still get some hit
healing,
points
but we
back
didn't rest.
on a
How
short
many
rest.
hit points off of a short rest?
It's up to you. It's up to you with the dice. So you
Yeah.
can roll hit
Okay.
dice and choose how
So-
many.
All right, so do I click short rest and then do that, or
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. all right? Roll die. I got a 9. All right.
Not
So
bad.
That's more like 2 damage,
Yeah.
which is nice.
well, I already took the damage, so I'll just add that health back. and
Oh,
we're good.
yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, so that was a nice shot. That was a very nice shot, Walden. Now I hope you're ready for this. Give my boy an unarmed strike. I am sorry.
Do it.
Ooh, yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay.
4 damage. Okay.
Roll, fucker.
There is no rolling. You only do 4 damage because
Yeah, unarmed strike is flat
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
unless you have
okay.
a specific feature.
Nope. All right.
So you just like, do you punch me in like the face, or do you punch me in like in the chest?
I'm gonna punch you in the chest.
I think that is enough to like not like send me to like a knee, but like definitely I like shift back. It's like a noticeable impact. I'm like, uh, hmm. I'm wondering whether I continue with the axe. Hmm. Okay, yeah. I am gonna go for another full swing with my axe. As like right before I do that though, I say training protocol requires that you do not hold back, and I'll go with another swing.
Ooh.
Okay.
And full. I like try to swing at you, and I was like, you like just probably you only have to like probably shift a little bit out of the way. I'm not swinging super accurately. I'm kind of going wild strikes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna move myself back just a little bit, just because you kind of knocked me off my feet. Then I'm gonna retaliate back with the blunt end of the glaive, and this time I'm gonna aim for your head.
Damn.
Now, perfectly symmetrical violence never solved anything.
Seto randomly out of the blue appears.
Uh, So are you like swinging with the side of the glaive, or you like hitting with like the other end, like the
So
butt of the?
I'm not swinging the part with the metal attachment to hurt you. I'm swinging the other end, like I'm like kind of like how someone
More
would
of a
take like
pommel
staff and hit
situation.
you in the like chest or a
Oh
head with
yeah,
it,
yeah.
kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you go for a swing with that side, and I kind of I'm able to kind of dodge it, and I use that kind of momentum to like swing, like spin and swing another hit with my axe on you as I kind of rush forward.
Okay. As you rush in, I'm gonna take an opportunity attack.
Oh,
Okay. And so, correct me if I'm wrong. That is just a normal glaive attack, right? Or is
yes.
that okay? Oh, wait. No. I got something down here. I got something down here.
Ooh. Okay. 12 does not hit though, unfortunately.
Okay.
I like to mention, like, since you're doing it with like the stick end of it, like I was initially like a little bit away, so maybe you were like trying to like poke it, like thrust it at me instead of like a swing. I'm just kind of like ducking back and forth to the sides to like shift out of it.
I could imagine you doing so.
Uh I'm gonna go in, I'm going to uh after like the second like dodge, I'm going to continue moving forward. I'm going to jump and try to swing down on you, and that's my reckless attack.
Okay.
All right, it's 22 to hit for 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
Now
Woo!
you have advantage.
Second. You got me down to exactly half HP now.
Jeez.
Although I know there's nothing there, I'm gonna go for a groin kick to push him off of me.
I'm into it.
And I'm gonna yell at you, is that all you fucking got?
Oh. That does hit. Yeah.
Alright.
With the unarmed attacks, I almost feel like I should remind you that you do get 2 normal attacks. I've kept it like quiet because the weapons and the thematics of it all, but that's just one-sided.
I will say Walden has been very specifically not doing their extra attacks.
I was curious about that too.
Now that I have successfully kicked him off and done a little bit of damage, I'm going to take a semi-serious swing just to burn off some rage.
Okay.
I know that doesn't hit, so we're not even going to worry about it.
You kick and push me off, and I kind of like tumble backwards a little bit in the sand. And I'm on, and Walden's like on his knees and like is like staring up at you, and at this point will full go into a rage. Especially at your remark of is that all you got? And there's like full rage, but I would say you pushed me enough 10 like, because that unarmed strike is you talking about pushing, so you push me 10 feet back, so you're out of distance for the little like burst of steam that comes out. But I'm going to with that, as I get up from my knees, I'm going to leave my great axe in the sand, and I'm going to run at you with just my fists.
As you come in,
Are you gonna do another opportunity?
yeah, just gonna try to punch you in the face this time. Oh shit. Sorry.
You're good.
Ooh.
Oh,
God damn.
yeah, you definitely hit with that.
Okay. So how the fuck does that work? Because there's no damage over here.
Oh, so well, the question is, are you doing an unarmed or with the polearm? You said punch me in the face.
Oh, I'm punching you in the face. I'm not using the weapon right now.
Okay, so then that would just be an unarmed strike.
Got it. Another 4 damage.
Yeah. That definitely like interrupts like Walden's momentum a bit. But I only take 2 damage because I am actively raging at this point. So there's like a little like cock of the head, and I kind of like stumble a little in my run. And I have to like regain my footing before I get back to you, and I just rush forward with my fists. I will go for both attacks this time.
Okay.
Both do miss though. So I'm just like punching wildly, one next, over and over, and you're just like easily able to sidestep these.
Okay. Sage, question for you.
Yeah.
If I wanted to like slam him, like if I wanted to grab him around his waist and slam him, what would I do for that?
Grapple.
A grapple.
Which would
Okay.
be an unarmed strike to hit, and then an opposed strength check to hold him down.
Okay.
All done.
So I'll take my first one. My first
Mhm.
attack is going to miss. Okay. After my first attack misses, I'm gonna go into rage because I'm furious that my first attack missed there completely. Let's try again. I don't think a 10 hits.
We're
I
we're
think
like
you might be
full
right.
boxer mode, kind of like just cutting and weaving as we throw
We
fists.
really are.
For Steve and Seto in the background, this really does look like two heavyweight world champions going at it. Like you can tell that these people aren't trying to kill each other, but damn, they could.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to do my 2 unarmed strikes again. I am going to completely drop defense and go for reckless attacks again. So I got a 3 and a 2 on the first hit. And then a 5 and a 6 on the second. I am completely blind with fury. I have no sense of tactics going on at all.
Yes, sir. You are
Everybody's
selling
missing.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
As hold on, as a few seconds of you guys stumbling punches each other, both of you are quite weary from past fights, as neither of you managed to complete a hit nor took a hit that round. Both of you actually start to kind of calm down. It's almost like as you're missing and as you're stumbling about, you're losing the energy to maintain that level of heat inside your head, because rage rules. And I think I would say at this point you've kind of lost the mental space you were in. You've burnt out that rage, and because you're just flailing hands at each other, both of you kind of like slump into each other a bit and just kind of go from being into like a slight grapple into like more of a brotherly hug, like a sibling hug. Because neither of you hit or got hit, so you can't be in rage for a round. Yeah.
I think after like a couple of seconds of that and like Walden like recovering from the just overexertion from these just flailing blows, like as Walden kind of recovers in Jorg's arms for a couple of seconds after he kind of like does like a short little shove off and just falls to his knees in the sand. The rage is gone, like the anger is gone, but there's this deep like pit of frustration and despair still there, and Walden's having a very difficult time dealing with it. And so Walden lashes out one more time, not at Jorg, but just driving a punch as hard as he can directly into the sand below. And there's like kicks up this like whoosh of like sand in like this in the small area before Walden is just like just on their knees panting and just like, I failed all of them.
You did nothing wrong. It was out of your control and you were basically asleep for who knows how long. You did nothing wrong.
Walden just kind of like slumps their head forward and their shoulders sag and they're just done.
I do this out of respect, and I smack Walden in the back of the head to try to get his head straight.
Seto and Steve, you see that this kind of like fist of love situation comes to like comes to a slight kind of that was definitely a Garp reference. The fact that you've gone to that is sad. But like like right but yeah, you see this kind of calms down and the two absolute units in front of you are both kind of like quite somber and just at peace in the silence they're in.
Seto takes off before anybody can see him. He wanted to know. He didn't want them to know that he knows.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't want to interrupt the moment, but he is insatiably curious. You know what I mean? So he's doing his best to achieve both goals.
Yeah, fair. Steve, can you roll me a d4?
A D4.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4 to go.
Oh shit.
4.
So while this was happening, you were catching like desert rodents, like gerbil, hamster sort of situations. You found 4 of them, and you are currently munching popcorn style way through the 4th of these small desert rodents. It's kind of up to you whether you make yourself known as the owl watching in the corner, but neither of them are really paying attention to you.
I forget. Can I cast spells and cantrips while I'm in?
No.
Okay.
No.
No. I just continue my popcorny bits.
Sweet.
Or I guess at this point I'm not really popcorning it. I'll just finish my last gerbil, and then I guess if they're heading back the same time I'm done with my gerbil, then I'll fly about with them. Otherwise, I'll just leave whenever I'm done.
After like a couple of minutes, I think Walden does get up, but I think I've been thinking about this. A part of me wants to leave my great axe in the sand.
That is something you can do.
Yeah, I think Walden's just not taking it with him, and we'll head back with Jorg and just leave the great axe in the sand.
Walden's fault. There it is.
Is that the great axe that was blessed?
I believe. How many things were we allowed to bless? Just the one?
Yeah, I believe it was. But we'll come to those kind of situations later, and I think narratively it's strong. So
yeah. It was more of a question, but yeah, sorry.
I'm okay with taking a bit of a mechanical hit for this. I'm okay with if that having negative things later.
That's cool. I already had some plans. This is fine. So we'll go forward. Yeah, so you leave your sword in the sand. Can you roll me a d20, Walden? Sure. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
That is the roll I was looking for. As you kind of slam the blade of your great axe into the sand, the last kind of essences of rage that have left your body seem to leave your great axe as well. As your rage deals with kind of an overheating method, your great axe fuses the sand of the desert into glass, as red glass surrounds where you have stamped your great axe into the ground forever. Um, this is a weapon that is no longer usable. This weapon has melted into the glass, and the metal itself has become brittle in the process. You've never seen this happen when you've raged before. You've never seen your weapon really reactive. And as you do it, and as you think about all the time you've spent going through forests and traveling with companions, you start to favor the idea of a weapon that can be more defensive towards your friends and protective, as well as of them as surviving, is of your own survival and not just being purely to kill, but also having a utility to it. And you kind of ponder what kind of weapon that could be on the walk back to Hanka.
Yeah. I have to think about that. Yeah.
I know a good idea. Only if you are willing to hear me out.
What's that?
We need to get you a Warhammer. A
That could be
custom
something.
made Warhammer. Because we
That's
know
interesting.
Valin, or we know Seto is going to break the economy, so we can go balls to the wall and get you a very nice Warhammer.
That's true. Yeah. That's definitely I'm definitely into that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You guys know this because this was kind of part of the reason there was going to be a large summit, but you're currently coming into the autumn months of this world. As the seasons change, the evening draws in a little closer than it used to. Back while you were nearer the coast, it didn't really reach evening until like 8, 9 p.m., 10 p.m. sometimes. And as it gets into autumn, you actually start to see the sun is closing in as it reaches about 5, half 5 in the evening as you get back to Hanka. You make your way to the plaza, as it's the easiest place to get to while you're not going through the front. I assume you're not good because the whole point was to like draw less attention to your entrance.
Right.
So you kind of make your way down these kind of cliffs. You've got your wrappings on Walden and Jorg. I assume you've kind of got like a leathery hood kind of hiding your tattoos a bit. Kind of it's in keeping with the kind of things you wear, but it's got this kind of like a slight shroudedness to conceal your tattoos. And the group kind of reconvenes at the plaza. Seto and Steve were already kind of there. Walden and Steve, you kind of see them approaching as you approach. Give me 1 second.
When you come in, Setos looks at you guys like, "Oh man, I hate to see the other guy, and I'm mad I missed all the fun. What did you two get yourself into? You know, everybody's always worried about me. Oh, Seto, don't leave him alone for 2 seconds. But look at you two fucks. 2 seconds away and you're already thrown down at the nearest tavern, no doubt."
I guess next time you'll just have to follow us.
Like I'm to be keeping an eye on you when I have my own self to be worrying about.
You are a nosy fucker.
I am a curious person, you giant fuckwit.
Don't make me pick you up with the glaive again.
Try it and see what happens.
Seto and Steve, roll me perception.
Alright.
I'm gonna let you know that I am no longer an out.
16.
Where's my button?
My four groovy
Left.
buttons.
Shapoof! 29.
Damn it. So, yeah, you guys notice Walden doesn't have their large axe, their great axe that they normally carry on them.
To it. Go.
Steve just starts coughing up a fucking storm out of nowhere. Like fucking, like he's got a. It's like he's just coughing crazy.
Steve, are you okay?
He just keeps going.
I kind of like, heavily pat his back to try to help him out.
And then you just see this giant fucking owl pellet come out of his mouth.
Oh,
What the fuck is that?
All right, I'm not the only one that thinks that's fucking like what the shit, Steve.
I'm sorry.
Is that a gerbil pelvis? What the fuck?
Is anyone within 5 feet of Steve?
I figured
I was patting him on the
we
back.
would be, yeah. Like once he got over there, we kind of like,
Yeah, we're basically both right next to
yeah.
him.
Yeah. I went, pop, pop.
If you guys could give me a dexterity save real quick.
Does stuff get on me? I don't like it.
Dexterity save, you got it.
Oh, 12.
Same Z's.
Oh, fuck me. A 5.
Ooh.
Okay, Seto and Walden kind of sidestep a bit as this like mass of hair and bones erupts from Steve's mouth. Jorg, however, does not manage so elegantly to dodge the pellet that Steve has just chugged up. And like you notice there's definitely like a gerbil toe on your foot. Like it's not the whole pellet, but like there is a toe on your foot. It's like tiny, but you can feel it really viscerally.
Okay.
Like it's wet. Like there is a wet blob that just came from Steve's throat, and it's a toe.
Steve, why do you have a fucking toe in your fucking mouth, and why is it on me?
Once I regain my coughing, I look at his toe and I just kind of brush it away with my foot. And go, fucking, I was hungry.
So you ate a gerbil.
Fucking owl, bro.
You could have just asked if you were hungry. I have rations and like a FIFO thing going, So I got plenty if you needed.
An owl has needs, bro.
And
Steve,
When you give, you have to take. Or when you take, you have to give as well.
Steve, why are you even an owl right now?
also,
I'm not an owl right now. I turned back.
It is
Well, why were
fascinating
you
how
an
the
owl?
polymorph transition does not change the contents of your stomach.
That's actually an interesting idea for thievery. But also, we function under very different life premises. I do believe in the taking part. The giving back, that's, here or there. But,
And if Jorg didn't know, I was an owl when I did my scouting.
oh, that's right, yeah. So they would know it's more than just there when they were fighting. Fair enough. I like it. But yeah, Seto.
And then I'm going.
Seto kind of puts a hand on Jorg and Wally, and there's always these like slight undertow of like filigree underneath his what is it? The gradient coloring for his season. And that filigree kind of like glows a little bit and twists as you've seen Seto heal before, but now it's like that magic splits into two, and he puts a little, well, not a little, it's like the same spell, but he puts the energy into 2 people instead of just 1. And I'll use one of my sorcerer points to twin cast healing. Where is it? Cure wounds at 2nd level. Hey, 16. Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you each get 16 hit points back. And
Oh, both of us?
yeah, because I
Yeah.
twin spelled. Sorcerer,
Oh,
baby.
twin spell. That's
Hey.
what that was.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
Hey.
trying to.
Before we
The
move from
first-
here,
Yep.
stick your hands out again.
Stick my hands out again. You want to play this game? All right, big man.
Stick your hands out, please.
He sticks his hands out.
I use my ability to recharge your magic and do it again. Because Walden beat my ass.
You don't have to do it on me. That first heal got me up to almost full. You just focus on him.
You see, he kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder, and you can just feel that same warmth you felt, where you felt like just comforted, and that sense of home that the group gives you is just accentuated in the healing process. As I'll burn the same spell. You know what I mean? So I'll make
Yeah.
sure you get solid. Another 16. Woo!
Damn.
Yeah,
take it.
that. Who's the best healer now?
I am almost max health again.
Oh, that's
Wonder,
exceptional for a
thankful
barbarian.
wonders to you.
Let's say
I am-
Steve's a little like taken back. He's like, damn. That's... All right.
I will say, I have been paying attention to what you've been doing, and if not for that, I don't think I'd be able to do that so well. I just wanted to show off a little bit and give you the credit you deserve for me showing off, if that makes sense, in a roundabout way.
Kind of those like sus eyes, like, all right.
I know this is a really weird nerdy math thing to say, but I'm really happy about those double 16s because they're 2 completely separate equations. Like there's no repeating
Okay, it's
number.
not
The
me,
chances of that
okay.
are really okay. So
You saying that
Yeah,
makes me
'cause-
feel so seen. Like, I
'cause,
don't know how to...
I'm really happy about that math that just happened.
I was like, I didn't want to be like, oh, look, they're not even the same. Like,
You know.
all right, I feel seen and heard. All right.
Yeah, so as you guys kind of reunite at the plaza and kind of realize what's gone down and patch Jorg back up,
We're probably about to sleep anyway, but it doesn't matter. It's the whole thing of it.
you have a few kind of hours of light left, probably about an actual hour, like, but you've probably got like a good half an hour before the bazaar starts to pack away fully. People are hanging up like lamps and stuff to make sure that there's enough light to see if there's any pickpockets and understand, because a bazaar's not going to be open in the darkness.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of time of light left, and you've got a little bit of time if you wanted to look around like the bazaar. Yep.
This is where my plan comes in. So,
Mhm.
Oh my god.
all right. All right. So I have an idea, and if you don't be so kind, let's hit the bazaar before they close. I'm not interested in really buying anything at the moment. Just more interested to see what kind of shops they have and things of that nature. See what we can discern of what they have versus what we want, and then tomorrow we can go and see what's what, as opposed to any last-minute things on an angry salesman who just wants to get home at the end of their day. Am I right, Steve? I'm sure you can, So,
No harm in looking.
exactly. So, is that something we can do?
Mhm.
All right. So,
Sounds good to me.
yeah. Just honestly looking to see what kind of stalls there are, how many, like, things and stuff. I don't know how else to put it.
So
I have a
one thing-
game question.
Yep.
Seto, whatever happened with that staff you were supposed to make me?
Sorry, I was speaking Tim Allen. What?
The bone that you have from the
The
giant
giant,
that you were going to craft into a staff.
Oh,
Because
we
of
decided we needed
your
Mason's
masonry.
tools.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Oh, so
and
you,
then I
you
can
still
do
need
it.
the mason's tools.
Yes.
Okay, that's where we're at then. Okay.
Yeah, it's the fossil. So yeah, it would need
Thanks.
masonry and
There we
reinforcement.
go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew we were somewhere along that, but I forgot where it was.
Mhm. Yeah, if it was a bone, it wouldn't be truly strong enough. It's a fossil, so it can be reinforced.
I like it.
Cool.
And it is currently, yeah.
Thank you.
There would be masonry tools. This bazaar, one thing that strikes you about Hanko, it did when you came in, and it certainly did while you were scaling the cliffs. This place is enormous. This is probably the biggest place that Seto and Steve have ever truly traveled to. Most of the time, because of the risk of spreading blight, people don't travel from the forest regularly to the desert unless they've got papers, at least for coming back into the forest. So you haven't really sold your wares here. You've gone to some of the smaller outposts around the forest. You've gone to the coastal town. But you haven't really come to Hanka. And there isn't really much that you can't imagine that would be difficult to find here. You see stalls that are more tent-like and are offering food and like street food, grilled meats and couscous, with lots of kind of dried, sun-dried vegetables within it. You see stalls that are more emporium-like that have like glass roofs, and spices outside of them that seem to be letting in the light to dry the spices in the roof. You see stalls that are full buildings that have a level of security to them that seem to be selling gems. Although you do notice, as you kind of glance around the place, that everything that has more value seems to be in a more secure actual building. Anything that's kind of more for the people as they're passing by seems to be in tents. So anything like food, herbs, spices, that tends to have like more tents around it. But some of the kind of production like stalls where they've got things drying in the roof, they have some glass roofs. But the main focus of the bazaar does seem to be targeting travelers via like as merchants. So these people aren't looking just to sell to townsfolk, they're really looking to sell. You also, as you're at the plaza, you realize that there is a large, similar to the guild in the forest, there's a large kind of council sized building in the square. You see notice boards around it. Yeah. You see notice boards around it, and that the lights and lamps are starting to turn on in there. So you don't think they're actually going to close that soon in that particular building. But some of the more secure shops are starting to kind of like close the top shutters, make sure that they've done some of their last like cleaning jobs. And the food stalls are kind of like turning off the fires and putting things under hot candle lamps. To keep the last bits of wares warm as the day closes up. If there's anything specific you want to find or that I haven't already mentioned, I would need you to roll investigation because you'd need to work out where it actually is. But if it's more simple, then assume it is findable.
Okay, that's a fair answer. And so we have gems that we could possibly take to the Gemporium.
Yep.
We have basically they're telling us, here ye's all the good stuff, but we'll kill you if you fuck up. So that's that space. Well,
it's such a large
buildings.
merchant. Yeah, it's such a large merchant-based city that it definitely knows what it's doing. It's not like the festival back at the forest where people are having more of a celebration as well as selling, so they're not as focused on it being the most accurate payday ever. This is how these people live. This is their livelihood, but it's also their lifestyle. Whereas the festival back at the coast and like the lifestyle of the forest is far more relaxed. You do, however, could you guys, whoever's interested in kind of trading right now, give me a passive perception. What is your passive perception?
17.
Okay, cool.
Is that, I don't even know what that is. Passive wisdom?
It's
Yeah,
underneath
so-
your saving throws on your character sheet.
Oh, that would be a 21.
Let me-
Fuck.
Yeah, so Seto, you do kind of notice that there are some alleyways you see some children dodging in and out of and going through. Sometimes you see them dip in and out, sometimes you see them go all the way through. Steve, you notice that there are actually quite a few people around these streets that are dressed in robes and garments that have more of a threadbare look to them. All of the colors here are so bright that it's harder to notice who has a threadbare look to them and who is wearing something more polished. That doesn't seem like a lot of people have ornate beading upon their robes, but a few people do. Some of the people in the Gem Emporium certainly do. But the general loose flowing fabric nature of the way people dress here means that unless somebody is wearing like armor, they don't really stick out as an adventurer. But a few people you notice are wearing things that you think they've like repurposed, and they seem to be coming in and out of valleys.
Okay. I wanna look this. I'm not doing shopping, but I want to see if there's a place where I can buy a hat because I'm in a desert and it's freaking hot and I need something to block the sun.
Oh, you definitely find that. Yeah.
And like and obviously the mason tools. I'm keeping an eye out for.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be pretty easy to find. You do so the kind of hat and scarf, like there's some kind of wrapping, but like slightly larger than the stuff that Seto is using. This stuff seems to be more designed to cover your whole kind of like head, face, neck, like really quite a long like robe like wrapping. But it's not got like enough to cover like a cape. It's more like a scarf. So they've got stuff like that. They've got stuff which is like the type of hats that they have here, because the sun is so directly intense during the day, and the night can get quite cold in the desert. They have things that do tend to cover the ears, but they're quite loose and linen. So a lot of the hats are kind of like they're kind of like a really, really oversized skull cap with ear flaps.
Gotcha.
It's hard to envision, and they seem to tie them on with like a braided piece of string to fit across their forehead. But a lot of the clothing here is, you're right, about like keeping the sun directly off the skin. And yeah, you would find that. Do you approach you also do see there's some kind of crafting merchants towards the guild house. So which do you approach first?
Whichever one I think will have more magically type hats.
Magical hats?
Or like an enchanted hat or something.
Enchanted hat. Okay, if you're looking for more of an enchanted hat, I would say that probably will be nearer the tools. So some of the more kind of like fashionable day-to-day clothes are kind of under like tented places, because it's quite easy to store that overnight. Whereas if you're looking for something more enchanted, there are some buildings towards the guild, which is up at the top corner, that seem to have some windows that are latticed over, and in those windows on one half of the room you see kind of like tools and wares And on the other half of the building, you kind of see more like notices and note boards about what can be done. So it seems to be that you can either request or get things to make yourself around the guild house.
Is there like a list of what can be like on the list of what can be done? What can be done?
So you get a little closer. You look into the window to see because you notice that there's this signpost. They've got some basic stuff, some stuff that either has like a cantrip imbued into it or it has a smaller bonus into it. So they've separated out their cantrips into mostly like a healing or divine or divination based kind of imbuement. And then you've noticed that like the kind of more buffy meta wise stuff seems to be request only. They display examples. There are only 3 examples on display. One of them are some gloves which they claim are healing and have healing properties for you and your team. One of them is a bow which has an enchantment of a cantrip, they claim, and one of them is a hammer. It's not a weapon hammer, it is a tool hammer that they claim has a bonus to crafting.
Oh. Is anybody by me? Am I alone?
I can be checking along. I'm not really like I'm not looking to actively buy anything right now, but I can like definitely be with you as you buy stuff.
If Seto's by me, I kind of look at the hammer and look at him and keep walking.
No, I didn't go with you. I went like he spread out from the beginning to kind of just get a broader look. If you're going that way, then he'll go this way. Cause
Gotcha. Okay, then that's it. I come back.
All right. Yeah, I guess for my stuff, it's kind of hard to hide it at this point. But I'm looking to see if there's any coal vendors.
I hate you.
I'm surprised it took you that long when we started talking about breaking.
Oh, I knew that there was gonna be something. I just didn't know what it was gonna be. But I'll be real with you, dude. You're in a desert.
Yeah.
Coal is almost entirely used in the forge. There are very few people that need to heat their homes with fire. There are things that are grilled here, so things tend to be very functional with coal. So there aren't like huge amounts of coal vendors here. It's a kind of functional everyday item. But because it's not like a necessity for the regular town, like there are other ways to create fire, right? Like a lot of people use like wood traditionally when they're cooking like out in the open, although coal is used. So yes, there are coal vendors. But you actually kind of like actually, you know what? Give me an insight check.
Oh golly, it's gotta be my worstest thing. All right. At least it's a check and not a pass. Hey, that's actually not bad. All right. That ain't nothing, baby. Hey, 17. 17 for me.
That's bread.
Yeah, so you do actually manage to find one, but as I say, because it's not something they're having to use all day every day, it's not a total commodity. It's something that the forge definitely uses a lot of. But you really do notice that there are some coal vendors but they are definitely intense. There's smaller bags. Like people aren't gonna buy a massive stack of coal to do one barbecue. Like the efficiency of coal for that level isn't so great. So the food vendors, they might use coal. But like at home, it's a slower cooking process than coal is suitable for.
And that's okay because this is all.
And coal's
pure
quite
profit.
dirty for cooking.
Also true. But again, it's all profit anyway.
Yeah, I would say with your insight is 17, you notice the food vendors, one or two of them looks like they ran out of coal today. But the coal vendors, they almost seem to be struggling to shift it in the first place.
All right.
Like maybe it's the price they're selling it for to the people.
Mhm.
But the coal vendors themselves, they don't seem to they if anything, they've got too much stock. But the food vendors, they look like some of them are running a bit low.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna find out how much for a sack of coal.
Okay. Go up to a coal vendor.
Yeah. I walk on up. Hey, we're traveling, and I'm gonna need some of this coal to help keep us warm on the way. You get yourself a nice sack of.
Oh, you'd
coal.
like to buy some coal?
If you have any for sale, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Oh, God, yeah. Roll insight.
All right. Where is it again? All 8.
This person's happy to see you. Who knows why?
Who knows what?
Who knows why? Yeah, I that'll be how large of a size?
Well, we're going to be traveling for a few days. And God knows these nights are unforgiving around here, don't they? You know, they might as well freeze off our bones. So just a yay, like, ye olde shoulder sack amount of one. You know what I mean? I don't know the exact weight, but like,
Like-
you know,
These kids were naughty sack size.
yes. These
I'm
kids-
sorry. Was that a sack of coal?
Yeah.
A child-sized sack?
Give or take. I mean, it's not. An
That does
exact
just
measurement.
sound like you're trying to buy a child sack without
Yeah,
like
right.
seeming weird about it.
Straight face.
Child size. I didn't mean it like that.
I like where this went, and Seto is amused with it, so he's just straight facing it. Like, yep, about yay big. You know, good for holding stuff that might kick inside. It's just a big old
Roll me
sack
deception.
of coal. Where are you, deception? At least it's a respectable number of 12.
I'll public really roll this, but they've got a +2.
What is
Uh-oh.
what is it?
That would be a 14 because they rolled a 12, but as I said, they had a +2.
Oh, nice.
So they're looking at you like they can tell that there's something not right about what's happening in this interaction. They can't tell if you're trying to lie about it being a child or trying to lie about it being for coal at this stage, but you're not being earnest about the meaning of this sack to you. So they probe a bit further.
I'm sorry. What the call for the nighttime?
Yeah, see, we do a lot of traveling, not just during the day, but at the night too. You cross a lot of ground that way. We take shifts with various things and such. But the nights get cold around here. We weren't really prepared, so I would like some.
And you're
cold.
walking with burning coal?
No, we have a cart that actually we have a little. The cart that had the coal in it in the first place had that like cook thing on it. That right? I'm not mistaken.
We got a cart.
Yeah, the cart with I got it in the first place had maybe it was just burning and we repaired it, but I thought it had like a spot where the coal was like.
Oh, there
burning.
was a meat wagon
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
like a burning wagon.
Meat
You
wagon.
did actually get all of that stuff off it. You did specifically clear that.
Oh fuck!
You took the horse and the cart, but you did clean out that bit, if I remember correctly.
Probably, honestly, probably.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right then. But well, that has like that changes pretty much everything because that I was really, okay. Can we
Like,
do-
I'll let you do it. You just gotta do it in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, no. I thought we had the cooking dish.
I don't think you actually brought your carts because I was very careful to check how much you brought, and you didn't really bring much.
We did bring the. We left. I was on. My impression was we left the goat and cart for whatchamacallit's family and took my cart with us. Was my
Yeah.
understanding. Okay, just making sure.
Okay. Yeah, but what I mean is like I don't think you brought a whole load of traveling stuff. So like we've definitely not mentioned the cart for a while.
Yeah.
And while I do think we brought a cart, I don't think we brought a horse.
Well, the horse and the cart, like, because I had both. That was the whole thing. Because I
don't think
stole
we
them
mentioned
from the
horse.
people we killed.
I don't remember if we
We
did. I
did,
know
but
we
I
brought
don't-
the cart.
I-
I don't know if it's like someone was holding the cart, like rickshaw
know, I
style,
haven't-
or if we had the. I don't
yeah.
think we brought a pony.
I don't think we've mentioned a pony for several days in this game now. Like I'll put it that way.
I know
I am
we
more
haven't.
than prepared for you to have a cart, but a sentient animal that just popped out of dimensional space, less so.
All right, York's been getting a workout because he's been.
York's been
and
getting
that
a
and
workout.
look, I will backtrack that. I am happy for that. But a horse that you've never interacted with.
No, that's fair. That's
You
fair.
know what I mean? Yeah.
That's fair.
And I'm happy for that to be taken care of along with the goat and the other cart. That doesn't matter. But
Yeah, the
No
goat's
one
back
fed
with the
that horse,
family,
you know?
so, yeah,
Like-
no, that's fair. That's fair.
horse?
It's a whole thing.
can I feed that horse?
That means we also need to pick one of those up while we're here. That's a good thing.
Okay. Yeah, cart I'll allow. You know what? I'll even go and allow that you can have cooking equipment on your cart.
Nice.
We'll go the whole ham. That's
I
fine.
appreciate you.
That's fine. But horse, I draw the line.
Oh, yeah, no,
Um,
very fair. I'll take that. Thank you.
What I will say then is, I'm assuming. I mean, you wouldn't have it right now because you went to help Walden and do all that stuff. But I think we'll say at the moment that it's with Lucrid, and Kraken Crack and Yen.
Yeah. It's with my
Um,
stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, roll a persuasion to sell
Yes.
to buy some coal off this person who really is starting to think that you're
12.
trying to to steal a child. Okay, and I shall.
So wait,
Fucking
I'm
dead.
confused.
Yeah.
What is your goal here?
I just want to find out the
Skylar?
price of it, and I was just gonna buy it and leave. And it just became.
You
more
don't
fun.
need to buy it to find out the price.
It's more fun that way, and that's just. He's just gonna make a shit ton of money off this later because he has zero overhead, and money doesn't really super mean a lot. It's more a means to an end. If that makes sense. Yeah, Seto does not make a good treasurer.
Is a +2,
Yeah,
but
beats it,
I'll I'll rule in your favor. Due to the fact that you are just trying to buy coal, it's not like you're trying to buy a blade and talking about it being child side. So they
I need this to fit right inside a child. Like,
you know what I
do you
mean?
have a knife? Specifically the size of a baby killing knife. I just
You
no
know?
reason. No
Oh
reason.
Yeah.
my god.
So because it's not that kind of thing and it's just a sack, they're kind
Oh.
of like they're worried, they're concerned, but you're an outsider, maybe someone else will bother you. And they kind of are slightly keen to make this potentially last sale of the day. So they go, okay, well, it's 5 silver
All
for a
right.
sack that size. That's a large sack. That's at least
That's what
3
she said.
barbecues for large families. I say, you know.
All right, that is plenty. Thank you.
A couple of kids.
Right, and he hands out. He gets out a little gold coin, and he's like, "You have change for a gold?"
Yeah. We'll go. And she kind of puts her palm out.
Yep. So he puts the gold in. It's a fully no fuckery transaction.
Okay. And she puts the gold into her pouch with one hand and draws out
It's 5. It's
8. Is it 5? Oh, yeah, it's metric. Okay, then she draws out 5 silver.
All right, thank you very much. He only takes 4, and thanks her for her time.
She looks even more worried and confused and says,
I won't conceal your identity.
I don't need you to. You don't know.
Then
who I
that's
am.
fine. No, I do not.
and she kind of
He
hurriedly
kind of
starts to
leaves.
pack away. Like,
Such a wild and unnecessary conversation.
wild and unnecessary.
That's exactly how
Ding,
Settle
ding,
rolls.
Yeah, right. Like, that's
He
it.
comes
He
back
just
with
walked up and like, hey, how much is like a pound of coal? And then like left.
But no, it turned into like a maybe baby napping, at least from this person's. Like, Seto can't do shit right. Like,
We went up to them and we're like, how much is a child size?
I meant like, I meant the same as what Mike meant, like a Santa Claus size sack. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I like where it went, so I stopped it. Like, I wasn't trying to fight it. I just embraced it. Yes, and baby. Yes, and.
Yes, and. Okay, yes, and
sorry it
the
took so long.
bazaar does start to close up now.
Right.
You've had your kind of 30 minutes of looking around, finding where things are. The guild could be somewhere to check out maybe later, or maybe into one of the districts there might be some more specialist items. As this stuff does seem to be fairly on the more everyday merchant spectrum than the adventurer spectrum. As the light starts to set in, you arrive at the Goblin District again to find Lucret.
Oh.
I assume. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're doing some nighttime forgering looking.
Mhm. No, we're gonna just chill before we, get deep into,
Yeah, tomorrow we gotta
Shit.
find
So
any
chill
grand- we
it
got
is
shit, yeah.
then.
So it's a night of music and because
both Walden and myself are a bit emotionally exhausted.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You put that was so good, honestly. Oh shit, yeah. We go back and like I said, it's springtime, so he's still like flighty and trying to get everybody to have fun. But he's respecting your having none of it because I'm fucking done. Ness.
Right.
That's just what he does before bedtime and then goes to sleep.
Fuck.
Cool. As you make your way, could you all roll me perception?
Perception.
shit.
Wow. I am
Yep.
not now.
Rolling
Could've been worse.
perception.
Give me something good, baby.
14 teen.
I thought you rolled a 3 and still beat us.
Waha.
York?
York fall asleep?
Nope, I rolled.
Nope.
Some bitch.
Didn't come yet. Oh wait. You back
I was
in.
about to say it. I was about to say it's been up on my page. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
he's got
Oh, I
12.
see it on D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah,
That's
it looks
okay.
like
As long as
Roll 20 kicked you out and you just got back in.
That
It's
was
fine.
weird.
It's fine.
Okay.
You weren't on the bottom.
It's fine. So long as I can see it in a log, I don't care.
Yep. I got a
16.
16.
York's is the highest, of course.
I got
The ever wise. So yeah, all of you do notice that Lucrid, Crick, and Crack and Yen are all at Yen's bar. They do have the curtains down currently, the tent flaps. And you're the only one that actually notices this. There is a shadow at the other side of the tent, approaching the tent.
Are we in the tent?
No, you've just walked
Okay.
towards it. You've literally just got into the district.
Okay.
Seto's dancing around, just having a good time. Like, woo! All right, I think this might actually work. Not as immediately as I thought, but I think it could work. Kind of like Usopp in the background of every party, like just having a good time.
Yeah. I guess we'll just head towards the tent.
Yeah. Do you let us know that there's a person, or Joe?
What's that?
You saw a person coming. Wait, a shadow.
shadow.
Of something coming towards us.
Oh, well,
Towards the
yeah,
tent.
yeah.
Towards the
I'm
tent.
definitely going to mention that the shadow is going towards the tent.
You'll just you see it around here.
Around where? I couldn't
What?
see it on the screen.
Do you see it? Do you see my little beep?
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
I do now.
Oh, that was mine.
Okay.
What?
This one, the blue
Yeah,
one, is
I'm
mine.
just
Yeah, that one over there. Okay, cool.
no. That's not. That's... God damn it, Melon.
I'm sorry. I was trying. I
It's okay. I'll mark it. I'll
Trying
mark it.
to help.
Yeah, I know he was. I mean, sorry. Maybe it's because my computer's like, I hate existence.
Are you drawing on the GM layer? Because we can't see.
It's all right because I haven't finished it.
That's even better. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't sound right either.
Oh, maybe I was pointing on the. That makes sense.
Oh,
Oh,
look at him go. He's cute.
Shadow.
You see this shadow?
Oh, see, I know that's when the sun is behind Skypiea.
An anti-shadow.
And let me stop.
Did you guys see that?
He's a fucking ghost.
The shadow is
Uh,
The
kind
Slender
of
Man.
skips a beat, but like now has his hand on his gun and is like ready. Or no, his
We're not
sword.
sure if
His
this
sword.
is a hostile. Is there anybody over there? I kind of like call out.
Okay. Yeah.
I just like look deeper.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, as you call out, you don't
Oh.
hear a true response. You hear a shuffling.
I'll move forward to try to get a better look at it. I'll kind of like go around to see if I can properly see it.
Okay.
I know.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
gonna teleport.
Search for it. I'm gonna search for the thing.
Okay, yeah. As you come towards this side of the tent to try and see what it is, you do just see it. The shadow is a lot easier to make out. It was a person lying down. And as you kind of approached them, you notice that the shuffling is because they're desperately trying to claw at the tent flap. It's Gruta, the messenger from Hanka that Seto shot with an arrow. They are heavily wounded on the floor of Yen's.
Oh, yeah. Instantly heal.
Okay,
Boom.
roll me that heal.
Spells.
I'll let you do it since you fucking shot her.
Right?
And-
That's actually fair. Thank you.
while Seto is healing Gruta, I'll be like, are you okay? Were you attacked?
Of course.
Let's see how much. Okay.
8.
So yeah, Gruta comes to and goes,
Whoa, I know
Looks-
we're not the best of friends, but what the fuck happened to you? Like,
She looks up. She sees you, Seto, specifically as both the one that healed her and the one that this is the second time you've actually revived her specifically from death. And she grabs your shoulders, unless you try to not be grabbed. She grabs your shoulders. She looks you dead in the eye and goes, "Thank God." And she doesn't truly fall unconscious, but her whole body slumps into Walden.
I'm gonna try to
inside.
yeah, I'll hold her up and I'll move her inside and kind of call out and be like, is everything okay in here? Seems like somebody was attacked out here.
As you call out and try to open the tent, you start to find it very difficult to open the tent. The more you shuffle the ground and kind of make a kerfuffle, you see Yen open a flap from a side, like from the top of the tent in a way that flaps shouldn't really open. They instantly do a very similar hand movement to what you saw last time they needed some quiet, and some of the tent flaps seem to fall into the ground and not actually remain as objects. As soon as Yen makes eye contact with you, he goes, "Hello?"
Yeah, it's us. We were just here. You may remember us. We brought in Luca, Crick, and Crack. There's somebody injured right outside your tent. What's going on?
Oh, sorry, we can't hear anything on the outside when I make the tent more of a hut. Let me what? And there he goes to look over and sees Gruta, looks incredibly shocked, and instantly darts towards Luke, grabs his hand and pulls him out. Luke goes to your side and Gruta's and starts working basic like medicine and some healing into her himself, and turns to you, Walden, and says, "Well, it's a good job you managed to get through to us with the movement, because yeah, we can't hear you, but I found a place and we should get this lady inside."
Okay, well, I'll bring her in.
As you bring Gruta in, yeah.
Before we go in, can I do like a scan to see if there's like, you know, anybody watching, anybody?
Roll me perception.
Yeah, that kind of deal. You know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do something sexy for me, dice. I'll take that. Dirty 20.
You absolutely do see in the darkness that has now taken hold of the city, there are lamp lights in the distance coming into the Goblin District. They're not into the district yet. They've just come from the plaza and they are making their way through. It seems like these people are lifting up tent flaps and checking who's inside. You've probably got about 10 minutes before they reach you.
All right. Fuck.
Ooh.
And as he kind of like backs in, he's like, "All right, we have 10 minutes to do whatever we need to do and get her someplace absolutely safe. I owe a bit of a debt, so it would be," and kind of like looking more towards Crick and Crack as he's actually all the goblins, because like they all fucking love him. He's like,
"Yep.
I would consider this the greatest of personal favors if we make sure this lady gets seen to. Fair bit of truth is I owe her close to an arm and a leg."
Luke turns to you and says, How do you know Gruta?"
She was delivering a message at an inopportune time, and shit happened. Unapologetic. Like, that is what happened. He'll make amends for it, but, like, the truth is the truth to him. You know what I mean?
You know what? Maybe during this current situation, it might be more evident, but that isn't uncommon for Gruta here. Gruta, dear, darling, wife, what happened this time? And Gruta lifts her head up to Luke and says, "They've caught on to us. They know. And did you see anyone follow?"
Yes, they're about 10 minutes out, lifting flaps as they go. The best we can hope for is somebody gets pissy with them flap flipping and starts to get, something going, but they're on a mission for sure.
Luke, we don't have much time. They all look very solemn, and Crick and Crack and Yen start hurriedly making their way around the tent, touching runes that you only notice are there now. Yen beckons you all inside. Gruta and Luke quickly hide under a table that seems to have stairs behind the bar, leading downwards into the earth. This particular tent is up on a slight plateau. It's only about 10 feet up, but it's not enough to have a small basement. Luke and Gruta make their way there. They turn to you and say, "The safety hatch, it's not very big, but we don't have long. Crick Crack, take off your armor, do your best act. Does anyone have anything to disguise yourself?"
Pass without trace on everybody.
Nice.
Solid.
Solid.
I can essentially I can like press to digitate stuff, like makeup a little, but like I have a disguise kit. Yes, I can disguise myself. That is totally true.
I'm gonna
I
disguise self as just some random person.
I have an idea
Okay.
that may not be a good idea, but it may also be our best shot at getting the most people out of this.
All right. Lay it on me.
I can take off my wrappings and I can get their attention and I can have them chase me around the city.
No. I'm not putting you at risk like that. I appreciate it, but one life for no, that's not not settling with it.
It's only one life if they catch me.
Luke interjects and goes, "There's no way that you're taking that one for me, friend. Not after what we've been through. But I appreciate the sentiment. But we can at least fit 3 of us down here, and I'm only a small one. One of you larger fellows maybe could take my place. I'm sure I can work it out."
Press to digitate. Like small shit.
What is the basement thing made out of?
It's literally just stairs into a dirt hollowed out area. There's a couple of like kegs, but they're quite small down there. You reckon it would probably fit about 4 people tops.
Well, Steve, you have mold earth, right?
I was gonna say, what if it was bigger?
How long does this take? It is instantaneous, isn't it? But it's 5 feet. I would say that you could use 2 castings of this to make it large enough for 6, 2 for 8, but you would have to work out where to put the 5-foot cubes of earth. So you've got 10 minutes.
Wasn't like kind of sandy like earth? Can I just kind of compress it back and like split the difference?
It would make the outside look bigger, but that would only matter if they know the size already and if they see the movement, which is not guaranteed.
Turn it into a pillar. Like mold the earth up, like take it from here, put it up so it looks like the pillar of the thing is built around.
Oh, so make it like a
part of the yurt.
Things.
Yeah.
Is that
It's instance you'll have time. It will be more of a blagging it to get it into where you're putting this earth, if that makes sense. Because like it's a 5-foot cube of earth. That's a lot of ground. Like even sand ground, that's a lot of ground. And yes, you could throw it out the back a different direction from where they're coming and pray for the best, and I would allow it. But I think I would have a role for either Arcana to see how well you do the spell and using the spell to shape it in a deceptive way, or Deception because people get together and help you cover up the earth and make it look like something it isn't. Like you might put like decking on it quickly, like some wood to make it look like it's just under construction. You know what I mean? Because it's an instantaneous effect and all of it lasts an hour, I will allow multiple castings to, because it says you can have 2 effects if you do it instantaneous and only 2. So you can have like it says about shapes and colors. So you could have this dirt change shape. It doesn't just have to be excavated, but the two types of changes would be I change its shape, I change where it is. Does that make sense? So you wouldn't be able to make it difficult terrain as well.
I don't need that to be done.
Yeah, I'm just saying that would be what I called it.
So I'm trying to figure out what would be the most time effective. Can I take it and turn it into like a pillar, or would it make more sense just to kind of like push everything back?
What I will say, pushing everything back because it's a spell of a 5-foot cube. You're excavating it, so you're literally magically taking a cube of earth and lifting it out the ground. So you wouldn't then be able to earthbender style compress it and work, because it says this movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage, and it says you can deposit it up to 5 feet away. So I'm guessing that you don't get like an earthbender style, I get to make a stream of dirt.
What if I could?
Yes. I would allow that. I would say if you have enlarge reduce, that you could excavate the cubes, reduce. I would say that normally I think this is only on people, but I would say that we'll allow it for the earth. I think that's fine.
Creature or object?
Oh, is it? Okay.
When they re-expand, it might destroy the yurt, but yeah, we'll deal with that when that happens.
Well, no, it would just be the regular size again. I'm just temporarily making that room larger by excavating it, making it smaller, moving it, excavating it, making it large, small, moving it.
Yeah, I would say what you'd probably do is you'd get your 5-foot cubes of excavation, and then you would enlarge reduce the cubes and make them like, is it half the size?
Yeah.
The size down, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'll allow that. In that case, I'll make it Arcana for you to kind of use these 2 spells together to create something that normally wouldn't happen.
Okay.
Just a check. Or your wisdom. Oh,
I got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, your spell check, your spell save DC thing, the rolling thing. I forget where it is. I haven't done it in a while.
Mm.
Hold on.
I don't know what am I doing?
There's a specific spell roll for like
DC 16.
Okay, yeah. So the one next to it, the +8.
Yes.
Spell attack. Yeah. Click that, and then
that
will roll that. Yeah.
That.
21. Yeah, you manage. You manage it with a little bit of time to spare, so you manage to get people to kind of quiet down. You lower the tent lights. Yen kind of covers up the hatch with a rug, and kind of starts cleaning cups and has enough time to calm themselves down and not be focusing on the possibility that you guys might get caught. Crick is above ground without armor on, but Crack is down with you guys. Just to make it.
I'm not down.
Yeah.
I'm up.
You're up.
I was with.
How many people can be down there?
Now you've done that spell, I would say all of you, if you wanted to, could, because you've done a good spell save and 2 spells to do it. So I would allow all of you down there.
But there's also
essentially you can choose
that we've done wrong in this town yet.
No.
So, like, it doesn't make. We don't need to hide as much as we need to hide them, right? If I'm misunderstanding.
Well, we also kind of need to hide me if they're being this aggressive.
You and York
York
definitely got to be
count,
down
yeah,
there.
100%. But I mean,
Yeah, we
as
gotta stay hidden, bro.
I would
aside
say,
by deed,
yeah.
I meant. Sorry.
I would say I can't tell you what these people want.
Fair.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason that you would know exactly what they're looking for or what their outlook would be yet.
I'll leave
But
it
it's
to
just safer
Steve.
because
Yeah.
we're in potentially bad situations. It's just safer to keep us hidden.
I still want to know what it is.
Worst comes to worst, I can come out blasting.
Yeah.
Well, now I just look like a regular commoner for no reason.
You and me both. I look like a human. Ugh.
Yeah, fine. Wasting all my spell slots, but fine.
Hello,
Oh,
fellow
no, I
human.
mean...
No, you did awesome. That's not a waste.
You did
No,
good.
because I used passive out trace and disguise self as well.
That's just all the better to fuck them with, my dear.
I'll just be like, why are you this random dude in your bit?
It's okay. If it helps, Steve, it's not to waste. Because I was gonna make it a DC they have to beat, not you have to then luck of the draw roll. And because you've got pass without trace and there's no reason for them to look behind the bar staircase, you guys are pretty quiet. You look like a commoner, even if they did see you. They've got to beat they've got to get a nat 20 to see you. So
Fine.
think
Thanks,
they'll see.
Sage.
If it helps.
That's-
Yeah, they legit need spidey senses for this shit.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've done so much. I really don't think it would be fair to make them like, you have to now roll and get potentially a nat 1. Like, no.
No, I know. I just wanted to be up there to hear what they were saying. But
Okay.
no,
If you did want to do that, you could be up there. You don't look like you, so it's not like they're looking for you. Like the person
that was
you
my
disguise
thought.
as.
But the party's saying stay down. So I'm gonna listen to the party
Okay. Yeah.
because that's what I would do. Reluctantly.
Okay. Yeah. So you're all hiding in the goblin basement, trying to be as quietly as possible. As you see these city guards, well, you don't see them, but you hear these city guards clank past the tent. They look around briefly. You see the flames of their torches illuminate the tent flaps because you see the rug lets a little bit of light down. There's not like a big wooden hatch over this. Like the rug is literally just over. Like the jig is up if they even look, you know. But like they come to have a look. They come to see what's happening. They do lift up the tent flaps. They address Yen and say, "Just you today and this little one." And Yen goes, "Yeah, I mean, we don't really get that many people over here in the Goblin District. What's all this about?" And they go, "Well, you know, we're just checking, seeing if there's anything. You look all clear. If you see any outsiders or people that seem hurt, they might be hurt for a reason, and you should report it straight away." And Yen goes, "Of course. Why would I not rely on the City Watch? You've always helped so much." And they go, "Yeah, well." And they look a bit embarrassed that you don't see, but they sound embarrassed. And they leave. They notice nothing particularly different. Yen waits to see their torch lights fade out from inside the tent. You see them fade quicker than Yen. But so he waits for it to really pass into the distance before Crick lifts up the rug and ushers you all back out so you can get out before the spell ends.
As it's ending, I kind of control it so it's the same way that it was if I can.
Okay.
Not just random
yeah.
pile of fucking dirt.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you kind of rearrange the basement so it's like more supportive of like the entire structure of the tent above it. As you've pretty much excavated more than there is tent. And all of you get back up. Gruta, her wounds have definitely closed due to Seto and Luke's magic. She's looking a lot more relaxed now. The guards have passed by. Yen looks terrified. Crick and Crack are trying to calm him down and reassure him that he did good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first thing I wanted to do, was to comfort Yen, because very stressful, and he did amazing, and like Seta wants to enforce that.
You think I did? I'm not the most charismatic goblin.
Oh, you did plenty. They believed you. Everyone's safe. We relied on you, and you came through. Thank you.
Thank you. Lucrid, do you think these guys can help us?
And Lucrid does a hearty smile and goes, "They haven't let me down yet. You guys remember I mentioned potentially talking to some furniture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think you're up for doing it sooner than anticipated?"
Seems like we may have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I still got that spell slot.
Oh, we will want to wait a little bit until the darkness has truly set into the desert, but I think we should catch up with my wife here, and there are some things I should tell you if you're going to help us.
I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
So,
And that's where we're going to end for today.
All right.
so dope. All right.
You shot his wife.
You
I'm
shoot
realizing
his
that.
wife.
I'm like, oh. So, like, that's what he has to say is like, if we're going to do this, you're going to need to know, because finding out halfway
Shot your
through is
wife.
going to suck. I maimed your wife. Like, I just,
It crippled your wife.
yeah, not, yeah,
Yeah,
Kinda crippled.
her.
I did that. I'll
You did
explain
permanently
the
damage her.
situation.
Totally fucked up her legs for life. That's why she was on the
It was
floor,
one leg.
stomping about at the
It
flap,
was.
but she couldn't run.
Yeah. She can't
couldn't
like
run.
she's not like, stuck in a wheelchair forever, but it's not great.
Yeah, and he's gonna, that coming out in the middle is worse than that coming out in the beginning, because you're gonna know if you can do the rest of it at the beginning instead of finding out you can't in the middle. You know what I mean? But that's a conversation for later. We are Vagabond Gaming, and I appreciate everybody here. Remember, it has been a year.
Yeah.
Woo! All right. We're obviously cool kids. All right. All right. Now, remember, life happens in every direction. So